Hey guys, it's Bob. Welcome back. Listen, last week I did a reaction to Lara Fabian, and it got blocked in like 239 countries or something like that. And that led to my question of how many actual countries are there? Because it seemed like it was blocked and everything. Why didn't they just fully block it? But no, they listed all the countries. I threw it out there anyways because I already produced it, and it still got like 100 views. I don't know where these people were that viewed it. But because of that, I wanted to put out another one today that is an older song. The one last week was newer, so maybe the older ones they'll still let me react to and not block them. I don't even care if I'm monetized or not with Lara Fabian because I like her that much, but I at least want to be able to view them. So this is an older one, and I know I'm going to butcher the name because I'm going to speak like an American. And I'm sure it's not Mistral Gagnant. So I'm going to try my best French, maybe Mistral Gagnant or something like that, or something somewhat similar to that. And like I said, I think the song's like 15 years old or something like that. And it is another live cut, which a lot of the videos that I've done from Lara have been. So let's give this one a listen. And this goes out to Tommy, my favorite bartender at Hollywood Casino, because I know he's a big Lara Fabian fan. And Tommy, when they move to the new casino, I better see you there because you pour the best drinks at that casino. So, all right, guys, Tommy, this one's out to you. All right, let's go ahead and listen to Lara Fabian. Here we go.
Merci. On dit que les âmes attendent avant de revenir sur terre. On dit ça. Parfois je pense à cet enfant de moi qui n'est pas encore là et que j'attends. Et j'ai si peur pour lui. M'asseoir sur un banc, 5 minutes avec toi, et regarder les gens tant qu'il y en a. De parler du bon temps qui est mort ou qui reviendra, en serrant dans ma main tes petits doigts. Puis donner à bouffer à des pigeons idiots, leur filer des coups de pied pour de faux. Et entendre ton rire qui lézarde les murs, qui sait surtout guérir mes blessures. Te raconter un peu comment j'étais minot, des bons becs fabuleux qu'on piquait chez le marchand, car en sac et minto, caramel à 1 franc, et les Mistral gagnants. À marcher sous la pluie, 5 minutes avec toi, et regarder la vie tant qu'il y en a. Te raconter la terre en te bouffant des yeux, te parler de ta mère un petit peu, puis sauter dans les plaques pour la faire râler, bousiller nos godasses et se marrer, et entendre ton rire quand on entend la mer s'arrêter, repartir en arrière. Te raconter surtout les carambars d'antan et les cocoboères et les frères au doudou qui nous coupaient les lèvres et nous niquaient les dents, et le Mistral gagnant.
All right, let's pause this if I can. Okay. Oh, boy, I'm almost through the whole song already. So I'm hearing a lot of in there. I don't know if the mic's picking that up normally because I've never really heard that from her. I almost wish I didn't put this translation on here because for me, I wasn't even honestly paying much attention to it. One, I don't know how accurate it is. And two, to me, it's more of a distraction from the song. So I just kind of stopped watching that. I just thought I'd leave it up in case you guys were interested in that. I don't know how accurate it is. And like I said, I was just distracted by it. So I'd rather focus on her. Now, this one already seemed different right from the start. I mean, you could feel it right away that this was going to be more of a personal song. You can see it like in her facial expressions and the way she was speaking, and just really wonderful. It makes it really feel personal. And even if you don't speak French, like I don't, as I already proved, there's something about how she delivers those very first lines that just pulled me in like right away. And I find it interesting how little you need to understand the language here, because the emotion, I think, is carrying most of the load. It's doing most of the work. It doesn't necessarily feel like she's performing. It feels like she's almost like remembering something. Her memories are going back in time, something that's triggering her thoughts. Her voice, I think, is a little softer here. It's very delicate. She's not trying to project, I think, her voice at all. It's almost like she's holding the sound really close to her, like it's very personal. And that kind of makes us as a listener kind of lean into that just a little bit more to make sure that we catch everything. Musically, it's very simple. It's just enough to support her. It's nothing distracting at all, although it's really beautiful. And it feels like everything is built around the emotion of the moment, not so much the structure of the song itself. And that's what I'm noticing early on, at least. This doesn't feel like it's about vocal ability. At least I'm not seeing that yet. It feels more about the connection to the song and what she's saying, and what she's feeling when singing a song. That's my take on it so far. So, and it looks like we're like 2/3 of the way through the song, so this is a short one. So let's go ahead and play this to the end, and we'll talk some more.
M'asseoir sur un banc, 5 minutes avec toi et regarder le soleil qui s'en va. Te parler du bon temps qui est mort, et puis je m'en fous. Te dire que les méchants, c'est pas nous. Que si moi je suis barge, ce n'est que de tes yeux, car ils ont l'avantage d'être deux. Et entendre ton rire s'envoler aussi haut que s'envolent les cris des oiseaux. De raconter enfin qu'il faut aimer la vie et l'aimer même si le temps est assassin et emporte avec lui le rire des enfants et les Mistral gagnants, les Mistral gagnants.
Man, I want to really see her in concert. I don't know if she's still touring. I don't know. I don't know much about what she's doing these days, but just really, she's not out there going crazy like, sometimes you go to concerts because you want to see the band go nuts and run all over the stage. She's just pure emotion, isn't she? In the second half, I think we really feel that emotion even a little bit more. Even if I don't understand most of the word or all of the words, the emotion I think is very clear. There's this kind of I don't know what the word is, vulnerability here that's really hard to fake. And what's standing out to me probably throughout this entire song is how she's letting certain lines just kind of sit there. She's letting them season, if you will. She doesn't rush past any of those words. She gives them space to land, and that just makes what she's saying feel even more important, more relevant. You can almost hear that in when she's singing, and that the audience is really like holding back. You can tell that they're getting it. They're almost afraid to make noise because they don't want to distract from what she's saying. They don't want to interrupt anything. The music starts out very simple, I think, but now it's in the second half. I think it felt maybe a little more full. Not because more is happening, it's because the emotion behind it, I think, has grown. And I was kind of tossed because sometimes she'd feel very serious and very deep in thought. And sometimes she feels very lighthearted and smiling. So I'm, without knowing really what the song is about, I was kind of torn by the different emotions she was showing. But vocally, throughout this thing, she stayed very controlled, and you can hear the feeling behind it. Whatever emotion that was, you can tell she was into it. And it's in the tone, it's in the phrasing, the way she carried each line. It was just really a wonderful thing to listen to. Clearly, this wasn't about building to a big moment, because some of her songs are like that, and I just love it. But this was about staying present in the entire song in a meaningful way. So really interesting. I may have to research some of the background of this, because I'm really curious on how she was kind of playful at the end, and in the middle she didn't seem playful at all, and it's just really interesting. I'm sure there was a reason she was doing that. So, all right, let me get my headphones off, and I'll be back with final thoughts. Hold on, I'll be right back. Welcome back once again to the ever popular final thoughts. So I enjoyed this. I've never come across a Lara Fabian song that I haven't enjoyed, so no big surprise here, people. How'd you like it, Tommy? Did you like this one? One thing really stands out for me, and I kind of touched on it a little bit already, is how much this performance depends on your own perspective as a listener. Because without understanding the language fully, or in my case, like at all, you're almost filling in the meaning of the song yourself. And like I said, I really didn't look at the lyrics that much, because when I did started watching them, one, it was taking away from listening to her sing, and two, it didn't seem like they were correct, so I wasn't going to try to interpret what it was saying. So I'm then stuck having to fill in the meaning myself. Everyone listening to this could walk away with something slightly different, and there's also something really interesting about how this kind of performance doesn't really belong to any specific moment. I'm kind of saying that because it doesn't feel tied like to when it was recorded or where it was performed. Instead, it feels more like timeless. Kind of like it could exist the same way 10 years in the past or 10 years in the future. It would still connect the same way to the listener. And I think part of that comes from how grounded this song is. It's not built around trends or maybe even like production choices. It's built around something more universal. Another thing I noticed is how this kind of performance, I think, asks or demands more from the listener than most songs do. You can't just have this playing in the background, because it kind of pulls you into a quieter space where you have to actually sit with it for a minute and actually take it all in and kind of absorb what she's doing. And that's clearly not something that every song can do. It's not easy. Some songs are made to grab your attention, whether it be by the music or the power of the song or screaming lyrics or something like that. This one, I think, kind of earns your attention over time, like a fine wine. And I think that's why this song really stuck really well with me. Beautiful song, beautiful voice. I like the really minimalist background that she had with her, because it really brought the attention and the focus to her, which she does quite often. Because quite honestly, when I listen to Lara Fabian sing, I want to hear her. I like the music in the background, but I am so taken back by her voice and how beautiful it is. That's what I want to hear, and this song did that well, even though it's a very old recording. So, all right, guys, listen, if you like this, please like and subscribe. I sure would appreciate that. Remember, only life is priceless. Please make each and every day count. God bless all of you. Peace out. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.